51.
Ooh, 51. What did they give me?
Now, with Prop 51,
This works.
now, with Prop 51, that's $9 billion in school bonds to help prepare for schools, update technology, and make sure the school is safe and earthquake-proof.
Wow.
Mr. Pearson, now I can finally check my echo.
And I bet you do it every day.
Oh, jeez. Need more funding.
Good morning, America from the UK. My name is Aaron Watts. I am with CNN, Crusher Nation Network. Today, we are focusing on Proposition 51. Over to you, Guy Sullivan.
I'm Guy Sullivan, and let's go ask some people about what they think about Proposition 51. Come on. Excuse me, tailgate guy. What's your name?
I prefer not to say my name on national TV. You
Understood.
can call me Bojo.
All right, Bojo. Proposition 51 asks the government to give schools $9 billion. What do you think about that?
That's some baloney if you ask me. I've been homeschooled since I was in the womb. Look at me now, I'm riper than the grape time during harvesting.
Well, you heard it from him, folks. Now, let's go ask some other people. We just found another person who wants to give their opinion on Prop 51.
Personally, I'm against Prop 51 because the money that we give to schools can be going towards the green movement. So I don't believe in Prop 51 and confining students in schools.
That's where you hear it, folks. You heard all the opinions from all the other people about what they think about Proposition 51. Now, let's go back to Aaron Watts back at the news station. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy Sullivan. This is Aaron Watts from the UK, and those are people's positions on Proposition 51. Good day, America. Vote no on Prop 51.
Vote yes on Prop 52.
Vote yes, like everyone else. It provides health care for children, seniors, and people who are ill. It also generates over $3 billion of revenue per year.
Oh boy.
Prop 52 extends current Medi-Cal hospital fees. He goes.
Injuries happen. With Prop 52, the fees that should have gone to help the less fortunate aren't. Medicare should have paid for this woman's accident bill, but it didn't. Prop 52 lets hospital CEOs take that money that should have gone to help her. Say no to Prop 52.
Sacramento politicians are gaming the system and spending billions without your approval.
Vote yes on Prop 53.
You want to know where your money goes? I sure do. Proposition 53 ensures voters understand the full cost of future projects and requires your approval for projects over $2 billion.
Vote yes for Prop 53.
Vote yes on Prop 53. Close the loophole and hold the politicians accountable.
Vote yes.
Do you want control over your city?
Yeah, I do.
Other cities' projects?
What? No.
Heck to the no.
Vote no on Prop 53.
Okay.
Prop 53 takes away the local power and gives other cities the right to veto local projects. Say goodbye to the public voice.
Say goodbye to safer roads.
Vote no on Prop 53.
Oh, say, can you see
Our proposition, Prop 54, proposes to have every bill published in print and online at least 72 hours prior to each house of the legislator voting on it.
Proposition 54 is opposed by the California Democratic Party, dozens of elected officials, and other groups. They believe it introduces unnecessary new restrictions on the way laws are crafted by the legislators. It empowers special interests under the guise of transparency.
Many different organizations believe it's time to put the voters first. That's why groups like the LA Times, the San Francisco Chronicles, the League of Women Voters of California, and the California Common Cause support Proposition 54.
Under current law, there is no time regulation of when legislators can vote on a bill. The legislators would have to ensure that all public meetings were recorded with videos posted on the internet within 24 hours.
Put it online before it's really time. Vote Prop 54.
Oil companies aren't even that bad. Plus, with you guys passing our bill, new technology, and 100% zero emissions, America will be out of debt and greater than ever before. So what do you guys plan on voting for? Do you plan on giving oil companies some more power?
Yeah, you really showed us how oil companies can help benefit the world.
Say no to Prop 54.
So many people don't really know what Prop 55 is, so I'm here to explain what it is and why you should vote yes to it. So Prop 55 would extend Prop 30, which will increase tax on high-income payers. These revenues would provide funds to K through 12 and community colleges. It will also fund to the Medi-Cal program that will help a vast majority of people. So that is why you should vote for Prop 55. So do you support Prop 55?
I do.
Why?
Well, being a teacher myself, we are always fighting, trying to get enough money for books, for technology, to keep class sizes smaller, and if we lose the funding that we have now, it will be disastrous for schools across California.
Wow, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hola, buenos días. Estamos aquí hoy con Liz y le voy a estar haciendo unas preguntas hoy en esta mañana. Liz, ¿tú reconoces la proposición 55?
Sí, a mí me parece que es una buena idea porque está apoyando a la educación de los niños, igual también a la salud, está haciendo como una buena protección para todas las personas. Sí.
So this is why you should vote yes on Prop 55.
You should vote no for Prop 55.
Hey! Hey! Vote yes on 55.
Vote yes on Prop 55.
I approve of this message.
Prop 55 is an extension of Prop 30. Prop 55 suggests that we raise taxes for the next 12 years, expiring in 2019.
Why should those that have worked hard for their money have to pay more tax than those that don't have as much money?
Precisa a tus amigos y familia para no votar por la Proposición 55.
This tax would simply compound the state's dependence on capital gains and personal income. That's not what Californians stand for.
Our law is fine just the way it is. They want to separate the people by class. We are strong together.
This tax was supposed to be temporary, but it's becoming more of a permanent solution now.
No a la Proposición 55.
Vote no on Prop 55.
I need you to vote no on Prop 55.
Vote no for Prop 55.
Vote no on Prop 55.
Smoking starts at a young age, and little do they know it will curse their future. Hi, I'm Dr. Hernandez Martinez from the American Lung Association. I support Prop 56. Nearly 17,000 Californian kids get hooked on tobacco, 1/3 of whom will eventually die from tobacco-related diseases. Help us make a change.
Tobacco costs taxpayers $3.5 billion each year. Voting yes on 56 would mean that the tobacco user fee would mean that smokers pay their fair share for their health care.
If I could go back in time and show my young self the effects that smoking would have on me, I would.
Tobacco kills 40,000 Californians each year. Vote yes to prevent teen smoking and save lives.
2, 1.
So vote yes on Proposition 56.
And help us make a difference.
Chocolate. This is John. John is coming to his local convenience store after a long day of work. He will soon come to know that the tax on tobacco is now an extra $2 since Prop 56 was passed. California is doing this as a sin tax. Since they started putting sin taxes on tobacco, this may lead to sin taxes being put on other products. That is not what we want. Store owner is pretty pissed, as you can see.
Hey, stop this, please.
Hi, I'm Levi Lanuza, and according to my calculations, Prop 56 is a $1.4 billion tax hike grab by insurance companies and other wealthy special interests to dramatically increase their income by shortchanging schools and ignoring other pressing problems. Prop 56 allocates just 13% of new tobacco tax money to help smokers or stop kids from starting. 56 cheats schools out of at least $600 million. 2. Prop 56 doesn't solve problems facing California families. 3. Prop 56 fattens insurance companies' profits. And 4. Prop 56 spends up to $147 million per year on overhead and bureaucracy. Vote no on Prop 56.
What is Prop 57?
Prop 57 is a California parole for non-violent criminals and juvenile court trial.
Hey, stop right there.
Hey boy, you looking for a good time? Hell no.
Hey, what's going on here?
Vote yes on Prop 57. It allows parole consideration for people with non-violent convictions who complete the full prison term for their primary offense.
Freaking brothers every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day.
Thanks to Prop 57, I'm only getting parole if I get caught.
Prop 57 is poorly drafted, thus allowing violent criminals committing non-violent crimes and only going through the parole system. Thanks to Prop 57, non-violent criminals can go on to parole. Here are other non-violent crimes. % of wrongful enforcement in California oppose Prop 57, and our very own Napa County District Attorney opposes it too, Gary Livingston. If you want to have a good day, vote no on Prop 57.
The beauty of California is in its diversity. With schools as diverse as ours, there is not one single size that fits all.
Give the choice back to our community. Only we know what our community needs.
Let us decide as a community what is best for our children.
Wow. We know better than anyone what fits our children best, whether it be bilingual or not.
Give local schools the power to choose.
Vote yes on Learn. Vote yes on Prop 58.
Whoa. I can't understand you. I can help you learn some English. This is a marker. M-A-R-K-E-R. This is a board. B-O-A-R-D. You're doing perfect.
So, who can tell me 5 European countries? Maria.
Okay, so there's Greece, Italy, France, Spain, Germany, and then Poland.
Very good.
Thanks to my teachers, now I can participate in advanced placement classes.
Vote no on Proposition 58.
Should corporations have the same rights as you? Do you want corporations deciding your next candidate? End corporate constitutional rights. Limit campaign financing. Stop secret money in our elections. Because we are the people, not corporations. So vote yes on Prop 59 because democracy is not for sale.
Hey you, yeah you, wanna run for office and go for your very own political position? Wanna be like these cool kids and spend all your money on your campaign with your business lads and campaign managers? Well, thanks to Proposition 59, you can't. Proposition 59 limits the amount of money you can spend on your campaign, making a successful campaign harder to achieve. It also limits business spending, and not to mention that it violates the First Amendment by limiting free speech. Saying no to Proposition 59 will allow you to freely fund your campaign.
Golly, I'm gonna vote no on Proposition 59.
Hi, didn't see you there. I'm a man of honesty, and that's why I'm voting yes on Prop 61. Under-the-table exchanges between the government and private businesses for drugs at higher prices isn't honest business.
Voting yes on 61 will regulate the price of prescription drugs. This will help lower illegal drug activities in many communities, including this one.
We're looking for people to interview about Prop 61. I got 2 of them. What do you think about Prop 61?
I actually don't know anything about Prop 61. Yeah, what's Prop 61?
This is me before Prop 61. And this is me after Prop 61.
Wow!
And now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
What the?
Do you like drugs? Do you like your drugs cheap? Vote yes on Prop 61.
Hey, the name's Craig Anderson. I'm here to talk to you about Proposition 61. So, prescription drugs. What's the deal with them? One day they're completely affordable, the next, the price has skyrocketed. Is it the economy's fault? Maybe it's the company's. There's one thing I know for sure. Is that I smell bullshit.
How would Proposition 61 affect every citizen in America? It would start by increasing drug prices for everyone, including veterans who typically earn special discounts. Patients would also have a difficult time receiving vital medication because Proposition 61 invalidates previously made agreements between the state and pharmaceutical manufacturers. Let's see how someone with a closer connection feels about this issue.
I feel that Prop 61 is unfair for the sole reason that these veterans have sacrificed their lives for our country.
Do you want him to live?
Vote no on Prop 62.
Do you like paying taxes to keep inmates alive?
Vote no on Prop 62.
Do you love the sweet sensation of revenge?
You said yes. Vote no on Prop 62. You don't have enough money for a hitman?
Vote no on Prop 62.
Could background checks prevent other shootings? Could a ban on large capacity magazines prevent more shooting?
Ban large capacity magazines for ammunition.
Vote yes for Prop 63.
Vote no on Prop 63.
Vote yes on Prop 64 for the legalization of marijuana under the state law for use by adults 21 and older.
The legalization of marijuana provides many benefits, such as generating tax revenue and decreasing law enforcement costs. Providing funding for other things like after-school programs, drug prevention education, drug and alcohol addiction treatment, law enforcement training and research on impaired driving.
The proposition will prevent the legislature from using generated revenue for their pet projects. The proposition will provide an environment where marijuana is safe, controlled, and taxed.
Prop 64 protects children by requiring purchasers to be 21 and banning advertising towards children.
As government struggles with decreasing revenue and rising costs, we look for creative ways to boost income to fund projects such as new parks and new road repairs.
The legalization of marijuana will provide more time and money for officers to pursue more violent crimes, and also free space in prisons, which are already overcrowded.
Marijuana also provides medicinal purposes for terminally ill people.
By limiting the use of marijuana, we are intruding on the personal freedoms granted to us by the Constitution of the United States of America.
The legalization of marijuana will reduce the presence of dangerous drug cartels here in America.
Vote yes on Prop 64.
In California, there's been a high rise in support for recreational marijuana. Hence Prop 64, ladies and gentlemen, for marijuana. Prop 64 does not include a DUI test, which makes for high-risk driving on California roads. In addition, our kids are going to be exposed to the marijuana commercials that would be rolling out for 6 months after legalization. Do you really want your kids to have high expectations of pot use? Do you see these happy children? This is a marijuana-free zone. This is what you want your kids to look like, not this. Let's make it a joint effort between parents and politicians to make this a political blowout and keep our families safe from marijuana. We don't want all of our good, quality parenting to go up in smoke. Vote no on Prop 64.
Hi, I'm Deborah Downer, and I'm here in support of Proposition 65. Every time you go to a store and you purchase a plastic or paper bag, it goes towards large companies. But I have a question for you. Do you want that 10 cents to go to large companies, or do you want it to go to preserving the wildlife and saving animals?
This dime could go to building more factories.
But this dime could also go to obtain safe drinking water for all.
This dime could also go towards drought mitigation.
This dime could also go toward wildlife habitat restoration.
I just want to save the ducks.
So vote yes on Proposition 65 and put your 10 cents towards saving the environment.
Proposition 65 would create a state law in California forcing businesses to charge a fee for carrier bags. The revenue from this fee would go directly to a state environmental fund.
Taking revenue away from businesses would create a deficit in jobs because businesses would have to cut employees.
Unfortunately, Ms. Vargas, we're going to have to let you go. Please sign this form confirming your unemployment.
Just lost my job. Thanks, Prop 65. This is an infringement on the rights of business owners to mandate cost. Also, there would be a charge on all bags statewide in California.
Because this money is going directly to the state, how do we know if it's being used for good?
Vote no on Prop 65.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
California's death row is by far the largest in the country. The sentence was last carried out in January of 2006, and it has continued to grow from 646 people to some 750 today.
As of 2015, there were 746 offenders on death row. Of those, 126 involved torture before murder, 173 killed children, and 44 murdered police officers.
California's taxpayers redundantly pay for the meals and living of those on death row, and according to a 2011 study, there's been more than $4 billion spent on a sentence not being carried out.
And by 2030, the projected cost of inmates living will reach $9 billion out of taxpayers' pockets, with more than 1,000 people on death row.
Last year, California officially ran out of space for its condemned prisoners, prompting government officials to request $3.2 million to expand its death row cells.
Proposition 66 is designed to shorten the time to a maximum of 5 years, that legal challenges can be made to repeal a death sentence. Proposition 66 will save millions of dollars in taxpayers' money and bring justice to the families that need it.
Vote yes on Proposition 66.
Vote no on Prop 66.
What is Prop 66?
Prop 66 is a disorganized proposition that wants to take time away from death row appeals.
What about the innocent?
A shocking number of death row inmates are possibly innocent, and that's according to a new study that was done.
155 prisoners exonerated since 1973. What about the cost?
One of money.
The cost to the counties. We're spending about $3 million a death penalty case.
What about the time?
5 years is not enough time to make death row appeals.
Don't let California become a reckless experiment. Vote no on Prop 66.
Each year, thousands of animals become entangled in plastic bags and are drowned.
There is an island of garbage twice the size of Texas in the Pacific Ocean. The North Pacific Gyre off the coast of California is the largest oceanic garbage site in the world. The number of floating plastic pieces outnumbers total marine life 6 to 1.
Plastic bags strangle wildlife, litter communities, raise cleanup costs, clog recycling machines. Bans on plastic grocery bags are working in 150 California communities.
With Proposition 67, the government will provide $2 million to state manufacturers to help retain jobs and the transition to making thicker recycled bags.
The ban will help protect the environment without hurting low-income consumers or decreasing job creation.
Vote yes on Proposition 67 to ban plastic bags.
Prop 67 proposes a plastic bag tax in California that results in taking away jobs from Americans to unfairly and unreasonably taxing Californians, putting money in the hands of those who don't need it.
The 24,600 jobs provided by plastic bag companies would be jeopardized for the sole benefit of rich grocers. Placing a tax would decrease the amount of bags consumed, likewise decreasing the amount of jobs provided by major plastic bag companies.
Sales taxes and gas taxes are already skyrocketing in California. Additional tax on a highly consumed product would only have negative effect on the working class's budget.
The $300 million made by the proposition would only go into the pockets of large corporations. They get the money and the environment doesn't.
Where should the money really go?
Say no to 67.